Does this ever happen to you? You're just scrolling along eBay and then you're like, hey, I can get this Hot Toys Lego Minifigures for only $18. And that's like, what, 50 or 24 for only $18? That's a steal. But wait, you then buy them and you realize that they're shitty and the plastic is horrible and you're like, what the hell? I got ripped off. If only I had known if they were actually Lego. Good thing for you, I'm here because today I'm going to be showing you the difference between real Lego minifigures, knockoff minifigures, and custom minifigures. Now this is probably going to be, I'm probably going to be throwing out a lot of words that you're not going to be understanding, so you better listen carefully. So the first thing that you want to do is, some indicators are these. So let me just show you as an example with these two stands. So they both look the same, pretty much, in this light. Get the dust off this one. But yeah, the main thing is if you get a minifigure with a stand like this, you just have to look kind of closely. So if you look at both of these, you might see it right off the bat. But there's one difference. This one has the Lego name on each of these pegs, while this one doesn't. That's one indicator that will immediately be able to tell you that they are knockoffs. They're made in some little factory in China. So yeah, that's one of the obvious ones. But an even more obvious one are these things. This is a company called Paint. Okay. And they sell their minifigures on these weird stands that are extremely huge and a lot bigger than the normal Lego stands. So that should be a quick indicator that these are fake. Plus it doesn't even say Lego, it says Paint. Blocks World and Innovation by me. So don't buy that shit. So that's one of the more obvious ones, is the stands. The second most obvious one will probably be when you actually get the minifigure and hold it in your hand. For example, let me get this one right here. Here's another obvious one. This is a Dragon Ball Z minifigure. Lego does not make Dragon Ball Z. This is fake. Made by some little Chinese company somewhere. So that's one indicator. If there's a brand that you know Lego does not make sets on, and you find one, that's a dead giveaway. But this company, I think it's Cool who made these. Their plastic is a lot more shiny than Lego's, and it just feels like lighter. And if you can see that this one is a lot shinier, then this is an actual Lego Spider-Man. And it's just, the legs don't really seem to go together very well. They're actually quite good, except for the fact that the plastic is horrible. And the paint, is probably, not so applied very well. But yeah, there's that. Another giveaway is let's bring back this one, is if you take off the legs, these are not what Lego's actual legs look like. Actual Lego legs have this like octagonal kind of look to it. That's another giveaway. These look completely different than the ones that Lego use, and is a quick indicator to tell that they're fake. So there's that. Okay, another one here. I'm going to take out this Lego Batman minifigure. It's not actually Lego, this is fake, by the way. And I don't know, let me put this one right here next to this Lego Spider-Man. And let me see if you can point out a big difference between this one. You might have to look hard, and it might be hard to tell, but just try to look at these for a little bit. And then, okay, yeah. So the difference is the arms. These arms on the Batman are huge. They're a lot bigger and thicker than the Lego arms. So yeah, for some reason, whoever made these, I believe this is Doodle Pang, but their arms are a lot thicker and wide, and they just kind of look ridiculous on this Batman. And Lego's arms will be a lot more defined and smaller than these beefy, huge ones. I'm holding them side by side, and if you look hard enough, you can tell that. Another one. So if you're looking up minifigures, and maybe you're looking for one of those San Diego Comic-Con ones, they're like $1,000 or whatever, and you come upon, oh look, it's the Batman of Zero and R, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, for only like $2. You're like, what a steal, bro. Wrong. This one is another very good example of that. If you see any San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or some kind of exclusive minifigure being sold for extremely cheap, that's probably an indicator that it's fake. Plus, you can tell by all the little imperfections. This one kind of has like this weird, I don't know if you see it, but those 3 bumps on the top of his cowl. The San Diego Comic-Con wouldn't have that one. And it's hard to kind of take that off. The details on the face are kind of, this one is better, but this one is like, the lines are a lot thicker than the actual Batman of Zero and R one. Plus, you're not going to see an official Batman of Zero and R being sold for like $2. This is going to be like $5,000 or something like that. I don't know, I'm not a professional or anything on pricing this stuff, but, and another indicator. Look at its legs. Just like the Goku I just showed you, the Dragon Ball Z one. So yeah, that's one. So now I'm going to tell you the difference between a custom and a official minifigure. So I'm going to bring back, I'll be right back actually. So the difference between knockoffs and custom minifigures is that unlike the knockoffs, customs actually, well, they're actually like Lego, I guess. So all of these things will, besides the printing, will pretty much be the same. The legs will be the exact same as Lego. They feel a lot more solid. The arms will not be fat, they will be exactly as they are. The one way that you can tell that something is custom is probably because of the price and when you get it, how the printing feels when you touch it. So like, let me take out this is a knockoff, and do mind you that knockoff companies do make their own printing sometimes, but that does not make it custom. If they make their own parts and everything, then it is a knockoff like this. So this is a electro-proof Spider-Man that is custom. I believe this is an original by a bootlegging company, but and it looks good and everything. I think if you take off the legs, yeah, it looks like Legos. So even if they don't have that pegging, it can still be, the plastic will be a dead giveaway. And if it is in a little baggie filled with a bunch of other parts, and with one of these, obviously. But custom minifigures are usually very expensive. They're usually like $25 or more, depending on who you're buying them from. These are pretty much just like complete bottom of the barrel. $5, $2, $3, whatever. They're cheap, and they're not custom. They're made by some company in Japan or China or whatever the hell. The printing isn't usually perfect, as you can see on the back of this one. There's little black marks all over the back of him, right there, yeah. And you won't see that on custom minifigures. The printing on custom minifigures is usually actually quite grainy. I don't know why, but the printing is usually like, you can feel it. It's like you can feel bumps and stuff, but it's not going to be like that. Also with custom minifigures is they usually, the seller has an actual website where you can actually buy the specific ones that they make. And the Japan and like the knockoffs, they don't have a website. They just go on eBay or something and sell them through some weird seller like Toy Enthusiast or something, and they'll have a whole bunch of like fake ones on there. So it is a bit more difficult now. The line between custom and knockoffs is kind of getting a bit thinner, and they're starting to kind of merge together, but there is still a difference in quality and printing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that is that. Another thing you'll find is that on when you will see the tell like right away if it's a knockoff minifigure on eBay or Amazon, they won't be listed as Lego minifigure. It won't say Lego. It will say Lego compatible. That's probably the only time you'll actually see like on the title say Lego compatible, but it will never say Lego minifigure. It will always say like maybe the character's name minifigure, or like it will say minifigure. It won't say Lego. It will say Lego compatible, but you can tell right away that it's fake. And if you're close with Lego news and you know what's coming out, then you're probably going to be able to tell right away just by looking at these. Some of these aren't actually made by Lego. They are made by, you know, the complete original designs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's an easy way to tell without actually buying them, that you'll know if it's fake or not. Okay, so this is the final thing I'm going to do for this video. I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minifigures. And I'm going to see if I'm going to like test you. I'm going to test you on your knowledge of which ones are fake, custom, or real. So I'm just going to quickly bring one out. Like this one isn't going to be in there. I'm going to bring it out. I'm going to kind of spin it around, show you it from every angle. I'm not going to take apart anything because that's going to be a dead giveaway. But this is just going to be from your observant skills. And this is going to be hard. Like this, you can almost never tell the difference if you just look at one straight away. But this is just going to be from view. I'm going to try to see if you can spot which ones are either custom, real, or fake. Now this is going to be difficult. I don't expect anyone to really get this right except for me. But let's see how this goes. Leave it in the comments if you got this right, I guess. But yeah, let's just do this. So here's the first one. All right. And then here's I've removed most of the accessories, if any of them had them, that might stop me from being able to show you anything. So here's the next one. All right. Here's one. All right. You're almost done. Let's lift up this cape. Yeah, let you see the back printing. Last one. Yeah, back printing. There we go. Okay. So you have a number in your head. You have a number for how many are real, how many are custom, and how many are fake. So let's bring them all out. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get them all in here. Get them all in here. There we go. Boom. So these are all the ones I showed you. So let's start off with Captain America. Now, Captain America, he was real. He was, you can be able to tell. Now, you can pretty much easily be able to confuse this one with a knockoff one if it's good enough. Usually the knockoff one doesn't have this good of printing, and it will be a lot shinier. The arms are good, they're the right size, and everything. And you might be, oh, well, you're wrong. Well, because of the legs, I don't know. The legs are fine. They don't have the weird thing, but it's right. This is and you can just feel it. The weight in this, I know you wouldn't be able to tell, but this is just for fun, guys. So there's that one. The next one I showed you, this one right here. This is a Spider-Man Big Time custom minifigure. So this one's custom. You can tell because you can actually tell on the screen that it has, like, by that shine right there, it's custom minifigure printed. So if you feel it's grainy, it's like you can feel it kind of like elevated from the torso. And yeah, this is made by Eclipse Graphics, about $25. So that's another way, the price. So yeah, this one's a custom. The next one, this Deadpool, is straight up a custom. It has so much well done printing, and if you just look at how that shines off there, it's kind of grainy. It is a custom minifigure, and if you just feel the printing, it is like it's elevated. It has like grooves in it. You can feel all the printing. It's not just flat on there. And again, it has the right legs and everything. Yeah, Deadpool is custom. Alright, I believe this was the next one I showed you. This is a knockoff minifigure. So Lego has not made a Lego Spider-Man UK, but you could also say, hey, this is real. This is a custom. That no, this one, the printing is very smooth and is actually quite good. But this is a knockoff minifigure. The plastic, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a lot shinier. It's not it feels not, the weight isn't good. Another good way I can show you, that I didn't bring this up before, is if you knockoff minifigure hands will not fit, most of them, at least the ones that I know, will not fit into a Lego minifigure's hand. So that's the knockoff minifigure's hand. This is the real minifigure's hand. I'm putting the knockoff one in Captain America's arm. So I put it in there. But it's that's interesting. Actually, this one does fit into his arm, but it's kind of tight and doesn't really move around very well. I've noticed that not all of these. I tried to put this one into this arm into other minifigures and it would just fall out. So sorry, a bad example. But yeah. Anyway, that was a knockoff made by some company. Yeah. Okay, wait, guys. Before you leave, I actually figured out what I was trying to say. If you get, oh god, okay. Like I was talking about with the hands. If it's actually the other way around. So you can put a knockoff minifigure's hand into a Lego hand. But if you get an actual official Lego arm or hand, and you try to put it into this knockoff minifigure arm, it just, it's like loosely, it doesn't stick in there. See? It's like, it comes right out. I can easily just take this out. And I can just do that. But if you know, with actual minifigures, if you put a hand in, it actually takes quite a bit of force to take it out, and it shouldn't be loose in there like that. That's another indicator. If you take an actual official minifigure and put its hand in there, it will be loose and wobbly and move all around. So yeah, there's that. Glad I cleared that up. Anyway, this next one is a Space Batman, I believe. This one was also a knockoff. I don't know if you can tell, but these normal minifigure legs don't really do that. They don't naturally just stay apart like that and have a little gap. And a lot of minifigure, knockoff minifigures have this. But also the dead giveaway is the arms. If you look hard enough at the arms, they're unbelievably fat, and they just look horrible. And it looks shiny and weird, the plastic, so he knockoff. And now, this one, hopefully you were able to tell just by looking at this. Lego has never made a Batman Beyond minifigure, and that is what this is. The arms are also fat. They're unproportional and bad, in fact. It's also very shiny, and it has also, you will not see this in the Lego minifigures, but where the head, there's this line through this, the white part, which Batman minifigures don't usually have. Lego will have much better quality than that. But yeah, this has been just a little test to see if my skills have worked, and I've taught you the difference between custom and knockoff minifigures, and Lego minifigures for that matter. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. It was actually kind of a fun video to make. But that's all. Catch me up next time where I actually review. I gotta do a quick review on these. I actually bought these because I just thought they looked cool and they were cheap. But you know, you can check that out if you want. It might not be out when this video comes out, but it will be out soon. That's it. This is Dragon Ball Z GG guy signing off. Bye.